You're listening to the Packernet Podcast Network.
You ever hear of test driving a phone network? Well, US Cellular is letting you test drive their nationwide 5G for free. Try out US Cellular wherever you have spotty service. Your commute to work, that one spot in your house where your service dips. It's as easy as doing a little beep boop pop boop pop with your phone. That's the buttons. That's the noise they make. Anyways, test drive US Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage for free for 30 days. Just download the Try Us app. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com/try us.
What's up, guys? Welcome into Packers Total Access. My name is Clayton. You can check us out on packernet.com. Find me on Twitter at Packers_access. You can email us, PackersTotalAccess@gmail.com. You can text us 865-658-5824. Joined alongside Emilio in Tennessee. We got Tim at an undisclosed location right now. Tim, good to have you back, brother. How you doing?
Man, good to be back, dude. This is good. I'm glad I could hop on tonight. How you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing great.
Missed you too.
I've been trying to keep
missed you too. I missed you too, guys. Bro hug.
I've been trying to keep these two under control, Tim. It is impossible.
Come on, I was the only one.
Well, let me just take this time. Let me just take a second and say hi, Jacob.
Yeah. Everybody has commented on that, the wave at the end. So
you gotta love it.
We're back to not talk a little bit of Packers. We're going to break down the Week 18 game there between the Packers and the Bears. And when I say breakdown, we're going to go back through the highlights and just kind of get a refresher of how the season ended. Obviously, we'll do that game. We'll do the Cowboys game next, and then we will jump into the 49ers game. And I'm telling you, by the time we do that, that's 3 days worth of content. Camp's going to be here, basically. So really excited about that. Now, we're also going to dive into a little article, the 2022 NFL redraft, which I thought was very interesting. We talked about it a little bit about Zach Tom being redrafted much higher than the fourth round. We kind of highlighted him one episode. We're going to go one pick deeper where Christian Watson pops up on this list too. And we'll go through the entire first round of the redraft because I think it's important to kind of keep your finger on the pulse of how these drafts actually fall. And you'll notice some of these names is like, yeah, okay, we knew they were going to be good. And then you go, who's that guy? Where did he come from? Right. So it's just important to I think now is the time of the year to do that type of exercise too, and just kind of relive that as well. So we'll start off with that to give all you guys and gals here on YouTube a little bit of content before we break off onto X and Rumble and do the Bears game breakdown. And if you guys want to join us on that stream, obviously you can do so by just searching Packer Fan Total Access or Packers Total Access on whichever platform you prefer. But before we get into that, let's dive into this article here, man. I love this type of stuff personally. I think it's awesome. And you guys keep an eye on the chat if you want to there, Emilio, if you got something, mark it. And we'll kind of get back to it. I want to hear what everybody else has got to say as well. I know Blake B already said I'll definitely hop over to Rumble once we get to the highlights. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. That's what we're looking for. So, all right, this was a 33rd team article written by Ian Valentino. Might be one of the coolest names over at the 33rd team. Valentino, what is it? What do you think of when you hear the name Valentino, Emilio? I can't figure out if I'm thinking mobster or what here.
Yeah, I would go with mobster. Anything ending in a vowel has got to be Italian or close to it.
Yeah, close enough, right?
Yeah.
You could say that. You got Italian in you. I don't. I'm not allowed to say that. All right, so that's the way that works. But so the 2022 NFL redraft, who would every team take 2 years later? So this is a pretty good sample size, Tim. You know, how many times do we say it after the draft? Well, you got to give them a year or two, right, to see what you've actually got. Sometimes we get impatient as fans, but let's just kind of walk through it here. The number one pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars would or should take Sauce Gardner, cornerback out of Cincinnati. Obviously, we've been talking about the Jeff Hafley defense and what it may or may not look like and comparing it to maybe a Robert Saleh approach. And obviously, Sauce Gardner is the player that kind of stirs the drink there in the secondary. With Sauce Gardner locking down one side of the field in that primary zone, coverage defense, it allows you to do a lot of really creative things. You can just kind of put him on an island out there on one side and allow him to to play the play as it unfolds, rather than here's your specific assignment. Do what we tell you to do. So I think that's an interesting pick. Number 2, the Detroit Lions still take Aiden Hutchinson, and I agree with that. I think Aiden Hutchinson's a pretty dominant player. You guys cut me off if you got anything you want to add to this. All right, but when you get to pick number 3, holy cow, this one is absolutely wild, and I agree with it. By the way, Houston Texans draft Brock Purdy, quarterback out of Iowa State. That dude, Mr. Irrelevant. Mr. Irrelevant. If you look at every single analytic from last year, that dude's a top 3 quarterback. I hate the Niners more than anyone, but I've got to tip my cap. As Pedro Martinez said, tip my cap and call the Niners my daddy. You remember when he said that about the Yankees? The good old days right there, back when baseball was fun. So you disagree with this, Tim, right?
I mean, think about it. Like we didn't know who Brock Purdy was until he got to the NFL, right? So
right.
if we're doing a redraft, you don't get those seasons of seeing him come out there and do it at the highest level. So, I'm not sure if maybe he was probably slept on a bit during the draft. But I think the Texans are pretty good at quarterback right now with CJ Stroud. So
that's what the article says. The Houston Texans are obviously happy with CJ Stroud now, but they didn't know he was coming in 2022. They selected Derek Stingley Jr., who rebounded after an awful rookie season with 5 interceptions in 2023, but still isn't close to being worth this pick. He also missed 14 games through 2 seasons. Instead,
so the real question is if Houston did take Brock Purdy, let's just say they took him.
Mm-hmm.
They're obviously not taking CJ Stroud.
Right. And according to the statistics, Brock Purdy outperformed CJ Stroud last year, albeit CJ Stroud's rookie year, though, right? CJ Stroud may come out in year 2 and just be, woo! You know what I'm saying?
I just don't know how Brock Purdy would have done on the Texans 2 years ago.
Tell me what you mean by that, too, because there's
I think his team has changed a lot in this past year compared to 2 years ago. So I think that it would have been he wouldn't have had all of the tools he has around him right now. He has got top of the line Milwaukee Fuels running around M18, M12. So we got them all. The thing he would have had I don't know, rigid Ryobi over there at Houston coming out. So I don't know. Yeah. It would have been different for sure.
And it comes down to scheme too, right? And again, if you take him in 20, this is what the 2022 draft, right? If you take him then, obviously their head coach was not there yet, right? And I don't know why his name is evading me right now. The former defense, D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah.
So he wasn't the head coach that year, right? So you probably don't get that same amount of performance. But I think what this whole article is saying is, if the players played like they did, universally across the board, no matter what the coaching, no matter what the supporting cast, this is how you would redraft it. But yeah, that's a great point. You make a great point that the 49ers are loaded. And, I know if you're a 49ers fan listening, you shouldn't be. If you are, just turn this off. We don't want you in here, okay? But no offense, but get out of here. You don't want to be here, leave. But they I don't know, when you kind of look at how that all unfolds with Brock Purdy, they don't want to know what it's like with a bad supporting cast, right? I imagine that's how 49ers fans look at it. So number 4, the New York Jets with another pick, they would take Trent McDuffie. With their 4th pick that they took Sauce Gardner with, they would take Trent McDuffie, cornerback out of Washington. So when you're looking at this from the top here, from the top to the bottom, it just shows you, man, the cornerbacks were stout in the first round of that draft. Sauce Gardner, and then with the number 4 pick, it should have been Trent McDuffie, cornerback, out of Washington, which I think, if I remember correctly, he plays for the Chiefs. So just an absolute stud there. New York Giants at number 5 would stick with Kayvon Thibodeau, edge defender from Oregon. Number 6, Carolina Panthers would take Tyler Smith, offensive lineman from Tulsa. Number 7, the Giants would take Charles Cross, offensive tackle from Mississippi State, which I think that's who they took. No, original pick was Evan Neal. There you go. Number 8, Atlanta Falcons would take Kyle Hamilton. So he climbs up from, I think, what was it, 11th or 12th, where Baltimore took him. They're saying that he was worthy of being a top 10 pick, obviously, out of Notre Dame. Number 9, you got the Seattle Seahawks and Reek Woolen, cornerback out of UTSA. Number 10, you got the Jets taking Garrett Wilson, which that was the original pick, so you're sticking there with Garrett Wilson. I agree with that. Number 11, the New Orleans Saints is Chris Olave, wide receiver out of Ohio State. You're sticking with that pick. Number 12, the Detroit Lions would take George Pickens, wide receiver out of Georgia. Obviously, we've had a lot of conversation about him and how he was a borderline first-round talent, and obviously they agree here with 33rd team, saying the Lions should have took him with the number 12 pick. Number 13, you got the Eagles taking Deron Bland, cornerback out of Fresno State. Man, there are cornerbacks everywhere.
Flying off the boards.
That is crazy. Number 14, you got the Baltimore Ravens taking Drake London. Obviously, he was originally drafted by the Falcons, and in this redraft here, Kyle Hamilton went with the number 8 pick, so they would instead take Drake London, wide receiver out of USC. Number 15, you got the Houston Texans taking Breece Hall, running back out of Iowa State. Obviously, he ended up going to the Jets, I believe. Number 16, the Washington Commanders would take Martin Emerson, cornerback, Mississippi State. The original pick was Jahan Dotson, wide receiver out of Penn State. Number 17, the LA Chargers take Zion Johnson, guard out of Boston College. Number 18, the Tennessee Titans take Trayvon Walker, edge defender out of Georgia. And then number 19, the New Orleans Saints would take offensive tackle Zach Tom out of Wake Forest. So what's wild about this, Zach Tom was originally, the Packers got him at the 140th pick. As the meme says, Tim, someone cooked here, right? Gutey cooked here. The 140th pick, and after you redraft 2 years later, you're saying he's worthy of the 19th pick. That's wild, man.
Yeah, man. Zach Tom's the real deal. One of the most versatile O-linemen in the NFL, actually, at this point. I honestly believe that. He's a plug-and-play guy, but obviously feels really comfortable at that right tackle spot. I like him at that right tackle spot. It doesn't surprise me at all that he'd be a top 20 pick on a redraft.
Yeah. What do you think, Emilio? How do you feel about Zach Tom there at number 19? I mean, I'm trying to think of what tackle that would make him out of that draft. Let's just scroll up real quick. Give me your thoughts on it. I'm going to count it off here.
Yeah, I think we've been blessed having Zach Tom because he is such a steal. Or Green Bay knew exactly what they're doing and were researching him like crazy, knew everyone was going to sleep on him because this, that, or the other. And I think that it's big that we also have, an offensive coordinator that came from teaching the offensive line. I think that is slept on. Like how good have our lines played in the previous years when he was just the offensive line coach and then still stepping up and having that. I think that our identity needs to be, and I think that's what they're pushing for is for trenches inside and out. We've just gotten lucky with all of the skilled players that we've found in different levels of the draft. But I think that we still want to build inside out identity-wise because our team itself needs an identity. And I think that it starts with players like Zach Tom.
Yeah, and if I'm looking at it correctly, they're saying that he would have been the 4th best offensive lineman in this entire draft, the 2nd best offensive tackle, which is just absolutely wild. If you guys and gals would take just a second, if you like this kind of content, hit that like button for us. Feel free to share, subscribe to the channel. If you don't like it, just pretend like we never crossed paths, and y'all have a wonderful evening. But we appreciate y'all doing that. Just taking a quick second, you'd be surprised how much it does help the stream just by hitting that like button. So number 20, back-to-back picks. Check this out. Christian Watson, wide receiver, North Dakota State. So it says the original pick was Kenny Pickett, obviously quarterback out of Pitt. He is now in Philly, I believe. He went somewhere. He's a backup somewhere now. So it says everyone knew this quarterback class stunk. And if the Pittsburgh Steelers were going to swing on a risky first-round addition, Kenny Pickett made little sense due to his lack of physical traits. The class doesn't have a good alternative with Purdy long gone, so Pittsburgh cuts the cord even earlier on Chase Claypool and adds the raw but naturally gifted Christian Watson. So the fact that they're saying Christian Watson was a top 20 pick in this entire draft, I ain't going to lie, man. I love Christian Watson. That surprises me a bit, but I'll take it. That's absolutely. I mean, that is wild. What do you think about that, Tim? Do you agree with it? Him being the 20th overall? And I'm going to scroll up and see how many receivers have been taken.
I see that. I mean, call me a homer all you want, but I've always been a big fan of Scoot. I think really the injury issues have plagued him early in his career, and it's just unfortunate. It's not an indictment on him at all. If anything, he should be praised. I see him doing every single thing necessary to stay on the football field. And I think his toughness is underrated. I'm really sick of hearing him called glass by certain fans. It's annoying at this point.
Certain overweight soft fans.
Yeah, like no, and nothing could be further from the truth. I mean, I've seen Scoot take some shots and get right up and right back into the play. He's also a guy that, for the speed and quickness that he's known for, he's not afraid to lower that shoulder either and take you down, another 2 or 3 yards at the end of the play, extending plays. So I think his toughness is definitely slept on. The injury bug got him, but his talent level is there. A lot of different squads. I mean, he's a bona fide number one. I truly believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Amelia?
Tim hit it on the head there. The dude is willing to do everything. He can block. We know that for a fact. He can go up and catch the ball. He'll go across the middle. He will clear out. He'll run the dry routes just so that everybody else can get open underneath. So he's a team player. He works hard. He's an athlete. I mean, could you imagine if anybody listening had that amount of speed? I'm going to be like, it's world class, right? So him being successful is going to be huge. I think that Prince / Angus said the same thing here. Healthy Watson in a groove is our best weapon.
Absolutely.
I really think that because everybody else has those, all-star players, all-star weapons. Why can't we have a couple? Why can't they actually, have a name attached to them rather than the receiving core or their backfield? Like, it's like we don't even have, name brand players here, they think. But
yeah,
he can block. Receiving, it's tough.
That was the perfect combination. He can block. This receiving stuff. Absolutely love it.
You think God never farted?
So, number 22 on the list for the Green Bay Packers with their redraft. The original pick was Quay Walker, a linebacker from Georgia. Tim's about to throw the laptop across the room. They're saying he would have been better off taking Jordan Davis, defensive tackle from Georgia, his teammate, obviously. Jordan Davis was the guy that is just a massive human being and absolutely lit the combine up. He kind of help rejuvenate that defensive front for the Philadelphia Eagles, obviously. It says another pick where the team would love a mulligan. The Green Bay Packers could avoid a mistake and improve upon their first-round selection. Here, Jordan Davis was long gone, but neither Quay Walker nor Devontae Wyatt has made impactful plays thus far. Most of Walker's stats are the definition of empty calories, so an athletic, enormous nose tackle would have been far more helpful. And obviously, like they said,
how dare you?
Jordan Davis was long gone, but in this case, he would have been on the board. They're saying, yeah, take him over Quay. I think I agree with that, but you guys know how I am, man. Defensive front, whether it's a defensive line or the edge position, I consider both of those tier one of importance, and I don't consider linebacker quite that high. But anything you guys want to add to that before we close out this segment and get into the Bears game?
Yeah, Quay's going to get better with age. He's like a fine wine, right? He's gonna age well in the NFL. He's built physically for this game. I believe he's got no ceiling at all. And let's just see year 3 here, boys and girls, and then we can talk about Quay Walker. I want to see him in this Jeff Hafley defense getting after it. I think he's going to make strides here in year 3 for sure.
Yeah. We're trying to shake the dude before he even gets his first contract. Like let him play. I mean,
Yep.
Give him a second. That's why we drafted him. All right.
Yeah, and when you drafted him, you didn't draft him going, this dude's ready to play. You drafted him going, he has got crazy upside. He's just raw. It's raw talent, right?
Yeah.
So
and look who they put around him too. I mean, this linebacker room I feel really good about our linebackers. I know there's some analysts out there that see it the other way. There's obviously holes in any offense or defense in the NFL, but I'm feeling good about the way this defense is shaping up right now.
I'm just going to one full off season. And he had his rookie off season, one full one. Now, let's get this one rolling and let's see how he does.
Yeah. And even with that, man, having to learn a new defense is like,
right.
You almost want to give him another mulligan. I know people are going to hate me for saying that, but it's true. You do have to take that into consideration that here comes a whole different defense he's trying to learn, right? I'm just going to glance through these real quick. I may not read them all, but I just want to make sure we're not overlooking any Packers. So Derek Stingley, obviously a cornerback to Buffalo. There's a center, Tyler Lindenbaum to the Cowboys. Kenneth Walker, running back, Petrie, Devin Lloyd. There's a linebacker, Devin Lloyd, out of Utah going to Jacksonville. Luke Gadecki. Yeah, I think we're good. I just want to make sure there was no other Packers taken. I didn't think there were. So that's how the redraft kind of hit. I thought that was interesting. It's kind of cool to go. And again, understand, this is just Valentino's opinion. You know what I'm saying? This isn't necessarily, the gospel here. This is one man's opinion. And I just like kind of getting everyone else's take.
Because I pulled up, just for fun, I pulled up a 2020 redraft. Dude wrote it 12, 21, 23, Dan Pizzuta. Mm-hmm. He had Jordan Love.
Who?
Yeah, he had our man Jordan Love drafted 7th to the Carolina Panthers.
For real. Worthy of the 7th pick? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh.
That was December. That was before we cooked in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. Before they cut up the Cowboys, right? So that's very interesting, man. Gutey been hitting on these drafts here lately, boys. And I know the Jordan Love draft, that might be the only pick he hit on that year is kind of what it feels like. But when you hit on quarterback, hey, A+ on the draft class, because that's the exactly important one, especially when you trade up to get them. So,
and they had us taking Jonathan Taylor.
My son started collecting football cards. I had no idea what the heck I was doing, so I went out and bought him one of those binders you put all the cards in and all that kind of stuff. Turns out card collecting has come a long way since when I was a kid, and that's what people did. Now, there is a new way to buy, sell, and trade cards. It's called Arena Club. Whether you're buying, selling, trading, or displaying, Arena Club is the all-in-one trading card platform that you have to sign up for. Over at arenaclub.com/packdaddy. We actually did a whole YouTube video about this. I would encourage you to check it out. It is a fantastic website. You can, as I said, you can buy, trade, sell, but also you can display all of your cards right there on the platform. It gives you all of the grading. They'll even grade your cards. Their grading combines AI as well as human grading to get the most accurate grading of all your cards. And right now, you can get 10% off your first purchase by going to arenaclub.com/packdaddy. That's arenaclub.com/packdaddy for 10% off your first purchase. Passion, drive, and patience. The formula for winning championships is also what keeps your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance. Superchargers, roof racks, exhaust kits, LED headlights, and more. Whether you're into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has you covered. With over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die, you'll always find exactly what you're looking for. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back. Because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber, not cash. With the parts you need at the prices you want, it's easy to make your car the MVP and bring home huge wins. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only, exclusions apply. You ever hear of test driving a phone network? Well, US Cellular is letting you test drive their nationwide 5G for free. Try out US Cellular wherever you have spotty service, your commute to work, that one spot in your house where your service dips. It's as easy as doing a little beep boop pop boop pop with your phone. That's the buttons. That's the noise they make. Anyways, test drive US Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage for free for 30 days. Just download the Try Us app. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com/tryus.
You're a podcast listener, and this is a podcast ad. Reach great listeners like yourself with podcast advertising from Lips and Ads. Choose from hundreds of top podcasts offering host endorsements, or run a reproduced ad like this one across thousands of shows to reach your target audience with Lips and Ads. Go to lipsandads.com now. That's LIBSYN ads.com.
That would have made everybody happy.
Oh, gosh. Could you imagine? Wisconsin running back. People would have lost their minds. No doubt. All right, guys, everybody on YouTube, we're going to go ahead and end this stream now. If you want to continue with us, we're going to stay live on X. We're going to stay live on Rumble. And the reason being is we want to honor YouTube's rules and everything on I'll be honest, we don't know what the hell the rules are, but we got to be real careful at what we share here on the channel. So we want to stay in good standing there. But if you guys want to hang out with us, like I said, just go Packers Total Access on Twitter, on X, or on Rumble. We're going to stay live here. So we will see you all tomorrow night on YouTube. Y'all have a wonderful evening there. Emilio, if you'll just confirm that it did end when it does end. It's showing it's ended on my end.
Yeah.
Just confirm when you get a chance.
Yeah, it's done.
All right, cool.
So we're good to go?
We're good
awesome.
to go. We can we can talk like adults now. All right, so let's break this down, man. This is obviously the highlights from the Packers Bears. It's about 11 minutes long. This is Week 18 matchup. We're going to pick up here in the first quarter. Do you guys got anything you want to add before we kick this thing off? Because I know sometimes you look back and you think you kind of remember, okay, here's how the game went, or maybe how it didn't go. Anything come to mind when you think about how this game maybe ended? Because I was surprised when I seen the score. I'm like, I don't remember it being that close, to be honest with you. But
I was just going to say real quick before we get started that
the Bears still suck.
Very well said.
That's all I have.
That's exactly what I was kind of thinking, Tim. I don't remember the score. But I'm pretty sure it was 2019, the last time they beat us or something. So
right, yeah.
I'm excited and just ready to watch the Bears do their thing, against us with this elite wide receiving core and nice backfield and everything they got. So
yeah, absolutely. All right, so here we are. We're going to pick up in the first quarter. 13:41 left in the first quarter. So 3rd and 4 play for the Bears. They're at about their own 37-yard line.
As Lambeau is rocking with the start. Here's Fields trying to break free. He does and picks up the first. They had him. They need to step up today. 2nd and 6 on the bootleg. Planting, firing. Boy, he threaded that one. That was some pass to DJ Moore. And they move the ball to the Packers side of the 50 and another first down.
Bad coverage.
Back-to-back first downs there. Still the Packers ball. They're in a pistol set here. 1st and 10. They're at the Packers' 44-yard line.
Doing it the right way. Now on first down.
Play action.
Takes it. The Herbert throws and the Gutey connects.
Oh my gosh!
Bring 5, drop 6, and
there's Gutey up here in Green Bay.
Bye spot drop.
So here's a snap. Fields.
Oh, LVN, I love it.
Let's go LVN with the sack. Let's roll it back here. Take a quick look. See where he's
held there on the edge a little bit.
And this is what I love right here. Many people will, what did we talk about? How we on some of the tape that we've seen on Salah's defense, Emilio, and we've been kind of breaking that down.
Yeah,
they'll have 3 guys with their hand in the dirt and 1 as an outside linebacker, kind of rusher hybrid, right? And you can see they get pretty aggressive here. So LVN obviously is on the bottom of your screen right here. In this spot, it looks to me like he's playing. Some will call it a 7 or a wide 9. You've got Gary up top in a wide 9, and you obviously. They're a strong right look here, and we're playing in what we call an over, correct? You got the D tackle on the weak side of the formation playing a 1 tech or a shade, and then the D tackle on the right side is playing that 3 tech. And Kenny Clark is in the 3 tech. There are still some people that think we waste Kenny Clark playing the nose. In this case, you see TJ Slayton is playing the nose. You got a little mug. We talked about that in the article about Hafley's defense. So you see we're mugging here with Quay Walker, and it looks like there's going to be a loop blitz off the backside if they kind of play this out how I think they're going to. Devondre Campbell's just going to kind of loop in here. So let's key in on LVN one-on-one matchup, I imagine, with this tackle right here. Roll it forward. Quick burst off the ball is what you notice right off the bat. Look how quick he gets off the ball, guys. I mean, he's ahead of everyone. Look at if you were to draw a line here, right? Look how far ahead of everyone else he is right here, right?
And Quay's mug is isolating that guard, so that LVN just has that one-on-one with the tackle and just hammers him with a bull rush. Look at that.
Yeah, bull rush.
Extend.
Boom. Yeah. Telling you, man, I think we got something, LVN. I really do.
But we needed that. If we bring 5 on a 5 offensive lineman, we need a pressure. We need a hit. We need something. We can't be letting them, sit back there.
Yeah, you got to win your matchup, man. One-on-one. Look at that. I love the celebration too, the bow and arrow. So, all right, there you go. So LVN, obviously big sack. Now it's 4th and 16. They're forced to try for a field goal attempt.
Santos. Okay. And it goes through.
All right, so you heard it hit the crossbar. It banked through. Bears lead 3-0. 8:09 left in the first quarter. Here's already a key 3rd and 6 early in the game. Let's see what the Packers are in right here just to see how they approach it. So they come out in an empty set, probably a running back out here. I think that's Jonesy, right? So you're going T flexed out wide there. Obviously, the boundary side, you see it up top. So yeah, you've got basically 11 personnel here. So you're going 11 gun empty, T flex right is essentially what it is.
That's the fact you talked about. Yeah. It's big.
Underneath.
36, and he got it away.
Big.
Boy, he did a great job with the blitzer coming in.
Important to note, Josh Jacobs can do that too.
Yes. Tim, we watch the tape the same way. Every time that I see Aaron Jones make a play, I'm constantly going, that ain't nothing Josh Jacobs can't do.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep. And that's not a knock on Aaron Jones at all whatsoever.
No. It's just you're running it through an honest filter. And we'll say it. If you see a play and you go, man, that's a heck of a play. I don't know if Jacobs can make that play. I'll say it. But I don't think I've said it one time, have I, Emilio? Like, I don't think we've seen it.
No, I don't think so.
It was Edmonds who was about to get to him. And that's going to be a challenge for Chicago, who gives up the most yards to backs in the passing game. Without A.J. Dillon today, out with the thumb inactive as Love goes down the field and throws a strike.
Oh, is that Tay Wicks again? Oh, it sure is.
Do you see how he used his body to shield the corner?
Telling you,
he could just drop it right into his basket. It didn't even look like he was trying to run the route at the end. He kind of just was playing basketball, where he was excelling at before he picked football. Boxed him out, dropped it right in.
That's the first thing I thought too. It kind of felt like, that's the type of catch a basketball player would make, boxing out just like you would in the paint, right? And again, this is a bad throw by Love. There's no two ways about it. It's a little late. It's a little soft, right? That little tap there, he should not. And he kind of gets him lit up. But Tay Wicks, man, he plays like a veteran. He really does. So, big gain there, obviously on 2nd and 9.
Good positioning, good concentration.
All right, so here we are in another nasty split. 1st and 10, 6:17 left in the first quarter. Packers at the Bears' 49.5-yard line. I'm sorry, no, 40, what would that be? 44.5-yard line.
Of those contributing of all these 1st and 2nd round players.
Oh my gosh, we ran on 1st down. Look what happened.
Wow, who was blocking that man past Aaron Jones right there? We just roll that back.
You talking about that receiver up top? Is that what you're referring to?
No, I'm talking about our man. No, I'm talking about our man, Mr. Walker, right there on the corner.
Right,
he takes him. He was trying to take him to the bus. He wasn't sure if he was ready to get.
Keep an eye on these two players on this play. Let's focus on Rasheed, but also focus on this wide receiver who gets up there too. Let's see Sheed here. So Sheed slips off in the inside. Oh yes, see that kind of looks like almost like a little double, but you got the tight end, probably the U pulling there with Tucker Kraft. You look at him get to the 2nd level. Oh, yes. Look at Sheed.
Look at that.
You kidding me? Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it.
Where are you going?
I hope Coach is watching right now. Hey, Coach.
Through the whistle.
All season, please. Let's go.
That's
Run
how you
that
block
ball
through the
on
whistle.
1st down, please.
All right, so big play there, obviously, on the ground. Let's pick up on the later that series. All right, 2nd and 2, 4:55 left in the first quarter. Still Packers ball. Nasty split again.
You saw Watson looking on. 2nd and 2. As Jones finds it for another 1st down. We're going to talk a lot about the youth on this team. 3rd and 5.
All right, 3rd and 5. Crucial 3rd and 5 right here. 3:22 left in the first quarter.
11th play of the drive. And there's Love.
Now, see, there's another example of on a 3rd and 5 right here. You cannot take this sack. You got to get the ball out. You got to throw it away. And the reason being is you're making this field goal way more difficult, right? You're basically making it 5 yards deeper. And I want you to key in on the T, who, if I remember correctly, comes out on a swing pass here. Yeah. And you got to find even when the play is broken down, you go read 1, whether you're pick a side or going through true progressions, read 1, 2. All right, get rid of the ball. It's either dump it off or throw it away. You can't take this sack. We put Anders Carlson in a lot of bad spots this year, but let's just roll the tape. And I want you to focus on the T right here, okay? Right there. You got to get that thing out.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying?
Or run out of that pocket. Break the pocket. Spin out of there and run.
Yeah. Whether you get the 1st down or not, you can't take that sack. You just can't. Man. It's going to make it way more difficult on a field goal.
He patted it too many times.
Yeah. Now let's see if he actually hits the field goal here. This may be the time that he hits it, but that's the one thing that stood out to me about a lot of his misses this year was because, it was just you would take a sack, you give up, 5, 8, in some cases 10 yards and make it way more difficult. See if he knocks this through, though.
Anders Carlson, 25-year-old rookie from Auburn.
Missed
it. And this one is no good.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, so Bears are up 3-0. 36 left in the first quarter.
Here's Fields.
Mm.
And it's caught. Wasn't a clean handle initially, but it's held on to by Scott. That was really well said right there. That's first and 10. Here is Moore. Oh, that was horsepower-like drag down, but
good tackle.
See Devondre Campbell just fly in there at the end to make a. Oh, never mind.
Right. So here we are now. First play of the second quarter, 3rd and 6 for the Bears. They are on the Packers side of the ball at the Packers, 42-yard line. Notice the front we got here. So you've got your nickel. It's a nickel 2-4-5, right? There's your 2 outside edges. You've got your 2 interior defensive linemen. And then if we were to go red, notice Quay down here. So you got Quay doing what we were talking about, Emilio.
Yep.
You know, how they use Quincy Williams.
Yep. Lock them up.
Yep. And you've also got the mug going on here in the middle as well. You've got this in the slot here showing press, and everybody else is kind of in this catch man. Now, again, Quay may be man coverage right here, right? We'll see as the play unfolds, but he's definitely –
But it does 2 things, him lining up there, you know, having to technically account for him if that tight end, you know, slides into pass protection or whatever, but or he could, you know, or he could blitz. So it's a good thing.
If indeed he is rushing the passer and this is a passing play, 1 or 2 things got to happen. This tackle's got to kick out here and block him,
right,
or the T is one-on-one with him, right? Let's go. Big Kenny. No, it wasn't Devontae Wyatt.
Yeah.
Let's roll it back. I thought it was Kenny. Let's see what Wyatt does here on this sack. On 3rd and 6, that's huge, man. It's absolutely huge. So Wyatt,
keep going.
Wyatt here is right here, right? So he is playing what we would call, what would that be, like a probably a 3 tech, close to a 3, either a straight up 2 or a 3. To me, it looks like more of a 3 than a 2 from this angle from the TV copy. Let's see what kind of move he hits him with. Oh, yeah.
He dropped, and speaking of being dropped.
That was just speed to power right there, right?
Yeah.
For sure. All right, here we go with a little bunch nasty nub look. Packers ball, 2nd and 7, second quarter, 13:23 left, down 3-0.
Talent, and they are playing their best
Play action
here right now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Woo!
Will you run that back, please?
Oh yeah. What's your guess on what the concept is here, Emilio?
I think it was literally everything we were talking about last night, but we're bringing motion to it. Wasn't okay. So it wasn't deuces because we had the nub on the line of scrimmage, but we're bringing motion into a trips formation, allowing a moving release for Jaden Reed, but also free to run his dig deep with we have our inside slot. I think he runs the vertical. And then a curl on the outside X, I believe.
We'll roll it and show it. So if that wasn't a yo-yo or a what we call I call it yo-yo. What is it they call it? Zipper motion? If it wasn't zipper, then they actually came out in a dub nasty look, right? But again, you see the cheap motion from Jaden Reed. We'll roll it slow and see if we can pick up on the concept. So you got a switch release, right? What that means is Jaden was on this side, so he's releasing on this side. So you've got 2 guys who are changing spots essentially. And everyone's going to start their stem vertically. Let's see what we end up with here. All right, so what you threw there was a little corner route in, didn't you?
It looked like a corner and a post. It looked like the 2 on the line ran a corner post and then a dig underneath to pull the 2 safeties up. Yep. And then the other one.
Then you had a post, right? And they didn't switch downfield, obviously. And that's clearing it out for the dig, right?
Bingo.
Yeah, there you go.
Now it looks like a telestrator.
Let's see, yeah. And I love how they ran their routes really close together vertically, too.
And he had 2 open underneath. I mean, he could have dumped it to Aaron Jones or Tucker, but
look at all this, bro. That is called Matt LaFleur, is what that's called. Yeah, there you go.
By Jordan, too.
Smitty in the chat, buck naked through the trailer park. You know it, man. Yeah, you're right with Jordan too, man. He's patient. He knows what's about to open up. He reads it the whole way. Watch Jordan play action.
One thing I saw, watch the top of the drop right there. Right. Now, when you get him time to do this, 1, 2, that little shuffle there,
Yep.
It's a strike every time. It's a dime every time. That's why he wears number 10.
I thought I heard somebody say that. Beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. Love the play call. Love the design.
In that late corner by Heath, I think it was, that ran that late corner, it pulled that safety that was in the box way out at the last second, and that's what opened up that underneath.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to try to look up passing concepts real quick. I want to see if we have one for that corner post combination. I'm pretty sure we do. Just want to make sure. Well, we've got one. We've got scissors where they actually cross paths, so we don't have that. I'm not sure what you would call it.
You could have technically called it a scissors dig underneath, but
yeah. But the problem is they did not cross. They actually went away from each other. So on scissors, you cross paths. It's almost like a mesh. It's like a post corner mesh. So yeah, you would just that's exactly what it is. It's a post corner dig, and you would use the numerical system for that one, right? Like we talked about yesterday.
Yep.
So, all right. Beautiful, man. So Packers are off and running now. It kind of feels like the play that broke this thing loose, right? So now we're on the Bears side of the ball at roughly their 48-yard line, 11:57 left in the second quarter, 2nd and 2 play, playing ahead of schedule here, man. All right. See the dub nasty look again, right? This is what we just came out in. We used cheat motion last time. Let's see what they do now. You showed cheat motion. Let's see if they go back to it or just stay with the dub nasty.
Trey, 2nd down and 2.
No, we motioned into it. Oh, there we go.
There you go. See? So here comes the cheat again. Now you're going to go end around to Bo Melton.
Beautiful.
Handoff.
First down.
It's one of the more underappreciated plays that a quarterback makes. Do you know how difficult that exchange is?
Oh, you know how many times we fumbled that exchange in high school, Tim?
My gosh.
The timing in which the snap has to take place for the receiver to be in the spot at the right moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's crazy. There's a lot of things us dumb, lazy fans take for granted. Until you watch it back, you're like, dang. All right, so here you are again, dub nasty. Once again, when I say dub, it just stands for doubles. It's one syllable for doubles, 2 by 2. And everyone, again, is in a nasty split inside the numbers. These are these condensed sets that Kyle Shanahan / Matt LaFleur love to run.
T-left.
Yeah. So look, cheat motion. Now we're going to go to a bunch set. So what's it turn into, guys? Bunch nasty X.
Bunch nasty X.
That's it. Now we're in bunch. And you got your X receiver is now here. That's why we refer to Jaden Reed in this case as the flyer. Obviously, you got Christian Watson in the slot, and then you've got Jaden Reed up top as your Z. I'm thinking that might be Dobbs. Is that who we're thinking, or is that Bo Melton?
I think you're right. I think it is Dobbs.
It shows you they got a lot of guys that can play. Here's the 3rd and 5.
Ooh, that's Bo, ain't it? Is that Bo?
Oh, it was Bo.
Yeah.
Went up and got it on a dig all by himself.
I'm not trying to dog Romeo Dobbs. I love Dobby, but I knew it was Melton as soon as the ball was snapped. That dude shot off the line like a freaking rocket, man. His first step is unbelievable. I would love to see what his 10-yard split is. All right, so here, once again, now you're going bunch nasty. Instead, you've got the tight end attached, right? So you're going bunch nasty X. There's your X receiver, sidecar right out of the gun.
Oh, great play call. Another first down run for success.
Tracy just alluded to was one of those who cleared the way for 12.
So you showed dub nasty 2 times in a row, one with cheat motion where you threw a deep dig after a post corner combination. Then the next play you came back, ran the same dub nasty with the cheat motion, and you actually gave the ball off to the cheat motion. Then you go to bunch nasty X, bunch nasty nub once in there as well, and you're running the ball out of those same sets as well. You're giving the illusion of complexity with simplicity across the board, man. There's kind of another bunch set there. Now you're starting to see a little sift action here, right? Mm-hmm. Let's see if that's a pass block or if they're actually running. That's what you call split flow right there, okay? And there's a little bit of zone read into it too. So Jordan's actually playing the zone read. Notice how he is reading this edge defender right now. He's just going to keep it in the belly. And again, we call that split flow. With split flow, it's inside zone with a wing, a Y, or in some case, an H back, an offset. He's going to come across, and everyone else is blocking down to the right. What it does is 2 different things. It makes your backers see that motion, and they think this is run side, right? So you get everybody flowing in that direction, and your offensive line is blocking in this direction. So that's what you call split flow.
These 2 rookies squaring off, Stevenson and Heath, and now you go back to Jones, who gets within a yard of the first. Now we're down to base.
All right, here we are again. Back to the Dub Nasty. Notice we're inside the 10 now. What did we do? We switched to 12 personnel, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going 12 ace Dub Nasty.
This game right here.
Look at that little cheat motion with the I guess what we refer to as the U. That's Tucker Craft.
This is that holds a lot of card.
Play fake.
As Love on 3rd and 1 wants to go up top.
Tough 1 foot.
It's on the money for the touchdown. Dontavian Wicks.
Very similar to the one he threw him earlier that we saw. Looked a little late and a little underthrown, but just dropped it right in the bucket.
And once again, Wicks with body control. These are the things that Greg Cosell was talking about. The kid just gets it. This is what he was talking about. If we roll it forward, I'm going to try to keep
we
it
kind of were talking about it last night. I know Jacob asked the question, but look at Wicks now. He is, near side on us viewing it, works across the first window, second window. That probably is end of the second window, start of the third, if we want to get technical.
That's a great point, dude. You nailed it. That's exactly what, like I said, Jacob was asking last night. I don't think the play is designed that way.
Right.
But Jordan has the ability. This is what Greg Cosell was talking about, traits. When you're talking about elite traits for a quarterback, watch Jordan hang tough right here. Like he knows, okay, not there. It's a little double crosser. All right, wait, back foot throw.
Okay, that's third window. I mean, that thing is.
Look at that.
Can you go back? Can you go back to the play fake again?
Yeah.
Because this is something I will miss from Jonesy. Watch Aaron Jones after this play fake. He's gonna come up. He's gonna occupy in. He chips. He's gonna chip that defender to give Jordan Love time to get that ball off.
Yep.
Absolutely. And again, Tay Wicks just body control, man. Able to make the catch.
Look at our man right here. Son of a.
Yeah.
Go and get that Lambeau leap in there.
Daddy's sodas are in this front row.
How easy that was for him. Like he floated up there.
Yeah. My Uncle Ray right here. Look at him. Look at my guy with the shades on.
Yep.
There isn't a speckle of sun in the sky, and my man got his sunglasses on. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know, man. All right. So obviously big score there for the Packers.
Right next to some Bears fans too. That was great.
Absolutely. All right. 4th and 1 play. Notice in the gun set, right? They're in their own little dub look. Now, it's not nasty split, but they're going 2-by-2, strong right out of the gun, sidecar left. What Fields sees here, I think he might be looking to either check the play or go for a quarterback sneak. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to try to sneak it.
Sneak? Oh, no. Again, the guy on the far side is starting out down the line.
Look at Keyshawn. I love it. You see Keyshawn ripping that ball out?
Absolutely. So obviously they got it there, but still trying to hold strong. 4 minutes. So we're inside the middle 8. Packers are leading 7-3. Bears ball midfield here. 3rd and 4.
I don't think people do that.
Man coverage.
I don't think I've ever seen it. 34.
Yeah, so you see Quay just gets kind of cooked there. I want to see too, because that's DJ Moore. That's not an easy cover. And again, I'm pretty sure it's man coverage because you got press here. You'll notice Devondre follows someone in man coverage across as well, and Quay just kind of sits. So let's see. Let's make sure it's man. That's definitely man, right?
Yeah,
so
but
Quay's just kind of this dude. Actually,
see who technically was supposed to be on him. It looked like.
Look right here. This is what you got. To me, that looks like that's supposed to be the man cover right there. Guess who it is? It's Ja. Everyone else on the field is playing man coverage, and you could tell Quay is playing the hole, right? And the hole meaning he's playing this underneath zone, okay? So a lot of times what will happen is you'll have what we call cover one hole or cover one robber. Robber is when a safety buzzes down and covers that middle spot there. Robber is typically a little bit deeper than hole, okay? And then you got that deep guy off screen there, obviously. So to me, what this looks like is cover one hole, okay? Man coverage, man coverage, man coverage, man coverage across the board. Ja has got the receiver out here. Now watch Jair Alexander on this play.
I don't think people do that.
See, I just drops him. You can't do that. You cannot do that, man.
Yeah, there's traffic there, definitely, of the other route, but you got to fight through it.
If you get picked, hey, I get it. Great play call, right? But watch him. He just stops, right? So now Quay is like, who the hell is covering this guy? that looked like cover one hole.
Yeah, because look at Darnell's all by himself too, just trying to track down.
Able to get slowed down by Valentine.
Yeah, that looks like
Walker.
That was just one of those many occasions we talked about last year. Where Jair was like, "Man, I want to play man coverage," and we play man coverage. Like, hey, you guys pick him up. I'll be over here. Right? It's a bad look. All right, still 7-3. 2 minutes left in the second quarter. 3rd and 6. We got to go quick, boys. We have nerded out too much here. And Tim, you go when you need to, brother.
Bruce Fields.
Woo! Who was that? See, we're still nerding out.
There's a guy.
Like a missile. Who was it, boys?
Bruce Fields.
Oh yes.
So Kenny.
We ran a little stunt here. Check it out. So what you're going here is a little TT. So crash in.
And we just talked about that too, Clayton. Look at the setup that the Jets ran with the 2 tackles and wide 3 techs, leaving that center isolated to backpedal. And look, he always doesn't see the ear hole coming. Carl Brooks just lays his body on the line, takes out 2.
Carl Brooks occupied 3 people essentially.
Bang.
Because when he bumped this guy, he knocks him into 65 or 69, 65.
Like dominoes.
He can't, Justin Fields saw his life flash before his eyes right there.
Kenny was smiling.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, our guys better wake up with their piss hot, like I said before. So.
The best part of that sound drop is Larry McCarron laughing. He loves it, dude.
On 2 other drives in this game.
Remember in the article, Emilio, it talked about Saleh relies heavily on stunts, twists, loops, scrapes, right? So there you go. Another field goal attempt for the Bears here, 4th and 14.
And we've seen it before too with Carl. You can keep letting it play. Come on, Dad. I'll let him bang it.
This one,
but we've seen it before with Carl Brooks. So the dude is not afraid to throw his body around to affect a stunt to make it, better.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, 1:17 left in the second quarter. Going to try to go down and get some points to match during the middle 8. 1st and 10 for the Packers. They come out in an empty set once again. This time you got the tee to the boundary side, the short side of the field here on the left hash. But you're going 11 gun empty, tee boundary, strong right.
You learn through osmosis. You learn from the coaches. There he is again.
Bo.
He's got Melton.
Cheese curds make my stomach hurt all the time, but I do eat them though.
All right, so you got 2 timeouts left, 57 seconds. Going 11 gun. You're going Dubs look. See strong left.
Abilities to throw the ball in a short space in a phone booth, Jim. Picked up 24.
There you go.
It across the middle to Aaron Jones. Just like that, they're in field goal range. You see these.
When they burn a timeout, going back empty. Once again, now you've got the tee on the field side, not the boundary side.
Guys, emulate them. And
so it's 11 gun empty.
It's your own. He's got a 3rd and 2. He's got, again, right, this time he's not going to.
Almost.
Norris.
Right
idea, though.
Take it down to 4.
Yeah, he tried to get out, didn't he? All right, 11 seconds left. No timeouts now.
Something where he goes
2nd and 10, we come out in a Dubs look. 11 gun, strong right. 11 gun double, strong right.
And then he just goes out right here and get 8 yards quickly. There it is to the sideline.
Clock does not stop. Bad mistake right there, man. Bad mistake.
They say Wicks was stopped in the field of play, and halftime is here. What a job by Stevenson. So for people at home, you've got to
look at Matt. He is pissed, boys. He is so mad. You potentially lost the middle 8 on one play, right?
Especially after your defense doesn't give up a touchdown. Like you got to make better decisions with time.
Right, management. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what we talk about with the complementary football, right? That's what we got to get better at.
Yep.
Sure. All right, this is a cool little set. Look at this. It almost looks like a little pony, although that is the H, I'm pretty sure. So you're going double sidecar, nub right, twin left.
Out of 12.
Yep. So you got, it's essentially a 12 look, unless this is Henry Pearson. I don't believe it is. But if it was, then you would call it, I'm pretty sure you'd call it 21 pony, nub right, twin left. But again, it is a tight end, so you're right, it is 12. Look, a little pull right there, too. So they're giving the illusion of the run there. Oh, my God. Let's tell you, boys. Watch Tay right here on this bubble. So I'm pretty sure it's an RPR.
I was just thinking that.
Yep. So he's going to run a little bubble. This guy going to get down here and try to block. Watch this dude fire down to make the tackle. Look at Tay.
There's the pass.
God, my.
Oh, he did
Still got the first down.
Pick up the first down.
Bo Melton putting in work up there blocking too.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So here you got a little 12. Let's see what we got here. 12. So we're going 12 ace. Nasty here. It's a balanced look. So you got a tight end on each side.
He's a stickler for the fundamentals. He's a great football coach, but they do have to protect better. First down. Look at that pass.
Oh, Melton.
To Melton.
What's Bo's going to be? He's going to be a player. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Now, notice how we've been going gun empty the whole time. Now, watch what we did here. We had the T flexed out. Now we came to the line and we're putting the T back in the backfield. Jordan walks up and goes from a gun empty to an ace set.
That probably didn't actually make sense there, but you explained it. Ace.
Caught the ends to shift in, had a backer walk down or a safety walk down.
Yep. The illusion of complexity, right?
Squared plus B squared. Yeah, C squared, which means Jordan Love is good. You're a genius. Here is the
a little pin and pull. Let's go.
Jackson trying to hold on to him, but this bull rush is on down for another extra yard or two. A big gain for Aaron Jones. Use these 12 personnel.
Went from bunch nasty nub to nasty dub.
Two tight ends.
I didn't mean to rhyme. I do it all the time. Malik Heath.
That was what's the dig curl concept, Clayton?
Yeah, the dig curl is the wrap concept.
Yeah, we just ran. There was a wrap there at the top.
So we did get a wrap. Let's see it real quick, Cal. We're going way over.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I love it.
And it looks like the
up top or down below.
Up top.
Up top. So if it is a true wrap, what you'll get is sit.
It is reverse. It is a reverse wrap. Yeah.
Okay,
the tight ends wrap. The tight end's doing the dig.
Okay, so you're going here. Is that what you're saying?
That's what it looks like, yeah.
All right, let's watch it.
Second and 3.
Oh,
yeah, you're right. Yeah. So I'm sure that's a concept too. I'm not familiar with it. So it wasn't technically wrap, although you're attacking the same space. You're just getting there a different way, right?
Okay. Eyes playing tricks.
Yep.
And turning it up, pick up the first down is he. Dallas is going to be the 2 or the 3 seed, most likely.
Dart. Freaking dart.
Remember what we've been talking about trips all the time, right? And how you cause so many problems when you go to trip sets. So this is what you call that nub right. Okay, so you're in 11 gun nub or 11 gun tray left. Okay, and they love this set, and the reason being, look, you've got a hat on a hat essentially, right? But notice this guy right here. You got a safety that's kind of bending over the top here. So if it ends up being zone, what you're going to look for is to attack this space right here. Let's see if it's zone or man. Snap. It was man, but my boy was terrified he was going to get beat on that corner, wasn't it? So I feel really comfortable saying this is a choice route, fellas.
Yeah.
This is probably a choice route. This is probably, when you get to this point, if he snugs up, he probably does work the corner. If this DB fades back, then you just slant that thing off.
Just get your head around. I think that was the play. Jordan was like, dude, if you got 3 yards, you're open.
Yep.
Dude, go back pre-snap real quick on this. Jay Money's looking at him the whole way. He's he's looking at Wicks or Reed on this play 100% of the.
Look at the score. It's a 1-point game. When the game's on the line, think play or not play. And what's he thinking? Tay Wicks is having a hell of a game. Let's get the ball in his
Zero hesitation, man. As soon as he makes his cut, that ball's coming out.
Look, he knows exactly where he wants to go.
Boom, it's coming out.
Both on the same page.
I feel comfortable saying that's probably a choice route. I really do.
I agree. Because all Jordan's going to do is throw one to the back pylon if he's going up top.
Yep.
They both have trust in each other. It's easy.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. QB sweep. Now we're talking.
Got to do something. Only scored 6 points.
They should have ran that all game.
Now they're going empty. 3rd and 7. Look at this. Look at this defensive front we show. Somebody come look at this. Look right here. So look, you got Ja playing bump on the slot, right? So don't tell me they refused to do that last year. But look at this mug action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys.
Down linemen.
Yeah. Love it, man.
Leads in the 4th. Otherwise,
look at Quay. Quay just doing a little spy here. See him? So he faked the blitz. Notice this guard, the reason he's not blocking a damn person is because Quay faked the blitz on that side, then dropped back in a spy. And by spy, we mean he's spying the quarterback.
Sugar spy drop. Yeah.
Bang.
Boom.
Preston Smith, though, great job on that play.
Yeah.
You hear Quay talking. You can see. Let me get this mouth guard out. I got something to say.
Yeah. He's still talking. Look at him. Love it, man. So the defense stood tall, man. Again, I know it's the Bears, but you're giving up only 6 points. Pretty impressive.
Hey, you see that on the bottom of the screen. It tells you everything you need to know about this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This was our season right here.
Absolutely. It is chicanery.
Here as they go with Melton.
Second time he's gotten the ball.
Running through an arm tackle, bro.
Yep.
Looking like Donald Driver as he goes past the 30. Well, that old number.
Oof.
Hey, that's impressive, boys.
Handoff too.
Energy to this Packers squad. Goes for 12. 2 years in a row. Huge moments. 2nd and 4. Jones. He's going to bounce off it.
Yeah.
First time. Looked like it was going to be a loss of 1. Instead, he picks up 4 or 5 and a first down. Because they got a lot of guys.
All right, remember what we talked about that nub right? Nub right. We're going trips left. Let's see what they do here. Now look at how they're lining up. Could be man. If it is, my goodness.
Fox running back in.
Play action. Look at that.
Attaboy, Jordan.
Oh no.
Oh, I forgot
that happened.
Forgot about that one.
That happened 2 or 3 times this year, man. And I
gotta
guarantee you they're
tuck that
working
ball.
on it. What's that, Tim?
He's got to tuck that ball. He had the other one where he brought it up too high and it just got popped out. I think that was in wasn't that in the 49er
Saints
game?
Right? I remember the Saints game that happened too.
Yeah.
Brisker. Right before he went into bounds.
It's all right. Let's go deep.
So that puts them back in it, right?
Yep.
So here we go. This is that split front we talked about, Emilio. Yep. Here it is, man. You got 2 wide nines, and there's your splits.
So they're not unaccustomed to it.
Exactly.
I love Kevin Costner.
I love Kevin Costner too.
As Moore has the catch. From the 44.
Yeah, Preston.
Shake it off and launch it.
See, that's the type of stuff that drove me crazy is Savage right here. Rather than playing the ball, watch him. You know what I mean? Like, go after the ball. Get your hand in there. Why?
And you think you're going to hit that big tight end and pop that ball loose? Come on.
And notice how he stopped. Look how his feet are set. He squared up. Like, get after the football, man. And, we won't mention it. Keyshawn Nixon got absolutely – I think that's key. It might be Valentine.
And if you decide to hit him, can we, actually thump the dude?
You're right.
Yeah.
It's like the worst of both worlds, right?
Holds on. He got leveled by
Sorry. Jacksonville's problem now.
Another split front right there, Emilio.
Needs to get to the center.
All one-on-ones and look at our dog. Oh.
Whoa.
Forced him.
Took it out.
All right, so here it's the Bears' 35-yard attempt, trying to make it, what would that be, a 5-point game with a field goal here. 13:07 left in the game.
35 yards for Santos. Gill the holder. And the kick is drilled. Well, that sounds very positive.
All right, so another cheat motion. You went from bunch nasty X to nasty to dub nasty.
For the likes of Eberflus.
Play fake.
Love.
Ooh.
We got to watch it.
Bird.
We got to talk about it. I remember this. This was a wheel route, wasn't it? Am I thinking right, Emilio? It was cheap.
Oh, yeah, from a motion. Yep.
Yeah, so you went from bunch nasty X to nasty dub, right? To dub nasty, and you're in 11 personnel. And then Jaden Reed is just basically going to run a wheel route right up the sideline. And I'm sure this guy is going to clear it out somehow. And I don't know if he broke in, if he continued deep, broke out. Let's see what he does.
Positive for the likes of Eberflus.
Yeah, so he cleared it out. Bo Melton clears it out.
Love.
Boys, that's a hell of an anticipation.
Yeah, it kind of looked like they were running like a cover 3 there, and that he was trying to bump him off that wheel route, and the safety of the corner kind of dropped, and it was.
Yep. Absolutely, man. That's a beautiful play call. Look at Bo. Look at Bo trying to run down that block too, man. I love it. That right there probably won you the game. That one play. And I know people don't like to hear it, but most NFL games where the point spread is typically less than 3 points, 3 points or less, it comes down to one or two plays that really wins you the game.
I think we talked about this last night too, Clayton. Jordan Love, half of his yards came from after the catch. Get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
Yep. And do it on time, right? That's what he did in the second half.
Yep.
That's the big thing. Another empty set here.
It's just in the red zone, Jim.
Here's the thing, too. I don't even know how this play ends. 3rd and 4. You got to come away with 3 points here no matter what, right? 3rd and 4. Let's see if they get a tut or if they have to settle for 3.
Throws.
Oh!
Oh, no, that was a touchdown.
He caught that.
We got screwed on this one.
I'll be shocked if he didn't. That was incredible. What a throw. He's sure of it.
No, it was ruled incomplete.
Yeah.
So you had to settle for he had to settle for 3 here. But again, I'm good with it, right? Because you're going up now 17-9 if you hit this.
Give him credit. It's a field goal try by Carlson.
There
He's
you
good
go.
from 25 still.
And look what happens when we don't take a sack.
10,
Nice
15.
25-yard attempt.
Bingo.
54 to go. A lot of hiking. Just
A little rare 34 jam look because they're in a 12 personnel. They're in a strong right 12.
Let's get back to nature. 2nd and 6. So the sidearm sling, well done by Fields. As Porter turns it upfield. Motion.
All right, another split front here.
Johnson goes into a
No, this is more of an over, right? Actually, an under, isn't it? Because your tight ends here, it's an empty set, so it's not that it matters that much. But you're going strong left, and when we say under, notice the 3 tech is on the weak side of the formation, right? The 1 tech is on the strong side. That's what you call under. You're playing under the strong side of the formation, not over it.
to the right. Now you got 2nd and 6.
Come on. Did you see it, boys? Look at, I think this is Carl Brooks. Is this Carl Brooks? Watch this.
Right.
Get off me.
2nd and 16, and he ducks and gets swamped.
Stud.
That's Brooks.
Yep.
Bro, beat him like a drum, man. So we're in week 18, and what we're noticing the most here tonight is we run a whole lot of trips left, nub right, didn't we, out of the gun?
I don't think that'll happen here. 3rd and 3. Down the middle,
Let's go.
Look at that hit. Jackson puts on Reed. He holds on for the 1st down.
Got to put this thing away, man. 4 minutes left.
This should be a run. It is. Jones.
Yep.
Untouched for
Those
about
feet
the first
moving.
100 yards. Running behind Jenkins.
You're going to have to make a throw here. You're going to get one-on-one coverage in the inside.
Pocket seal and be flushed out.
Yeah.
First down.
No, see, that's what I was talking about earlier. That pocket was breaking down, and Jordan stepped right up and out of it to extend that play.
If I remember this play too, this is a leak play, so he's going to pass block, Tucker Craft is, and then he's going to come out and run an angle, if I remember correct. So this is a tight end angle leak. Let's watch it. All right, bang, see it? Angle back in.
And be flushed out.
That's beautiful, boys.
The first down.
Yep. I think Jordan was ready to run right there, and then he just, as soon as he came out of that pocket, he saw Tuck Norris.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I agree.
I love it.
All right, 2nd and 9 now. 2 minutes left in the game. Put it away. 4-minute offense.
2014 against Carolina.
2nd and 9.
And you got to make those plays to control your destiny, right?
Absolutely.
Have it be in your offense's hands, not the defense's hands.
Definitely.
With their 2 best
So
games
that did
of the
it.
year back-to-back.
There you go.
That was Aaron Jones' last carry at Lambeau Field as a Packer.
Well, what a perfect way for him to hit the 2 fingers.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. So, obviously, Packers win there. That sends them into the playoffs. And then the next game that we break down is going to be the Cowboys game, obviously. So, I know we're way over hour 5 here. Just want to hit the box score real quick. Let's see here. Jordan Love, 27 of 32, 316 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That is the key stat right there. No picks, right? 128.6 rating, QBR 73.9. Aaron Jones, 22 carries, 111 yards, average 5 yards a pop. Bo Melton had a couple carries for 14 yards. Jaden Reed led the way, 4 catches for 112 yards. He was targeted 4 times, caught all 4 targets for 112. That's awesome. Bo Melton was targeted 7 times, 5 catches, 62 yards. Dontavian Wicks, 7 targets, 6 catches, 61 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Tucker Craft, as always, targeted 3 times, caught all 3 balls, 31 yards. Aaron Jones made got 30 yards off of 5 catches as well. Let's see what else we got now. 1 fumble there, obviously, that you lost. So you lost the turnover battle. You did barely win the middle 8. So that's kind of a push there in that regard. On the defensive side of the ball, Quay Walker led the team with 9 tackles, 1 sack, a tackle for a loss, and a quarterback hit. Let's see anybody else who's still on the roster here. I just want to kind of highlight. There's Carrington Valentine, had that huge pass deflection, that pass breakup in the end zone, obviously. Carl Brooks had a sack, 2 tackles for a loss, and a quarterback hit. Lucas Van Ness had the sack, quarterback hit, tackle for a loss. Let's see, Jair Alexander had a pass defended as well. Any more sacks here? Kenny Clark had a sack, had a quarterback hit, obviously tackle for a loss. He also had a pass deflection as well. So, pretty good day at the office there for the defense holding the team. What did they hold them to? 9 points? Am I thinking right, fellas? Is that what it was? 9? Yeah. So, special teams, Keyshawn Nixon, 1 kick return for 21 yards, no punt returns. Anders Carlson was 1 for 2 on field goals. He was 2 for 2 on extra points, so that put him, 3 for 4 on the day. Not a bad day at the office there. So there you go. That was your Week 18 matchup, Packers-Bears. Farting thoughts. There you go, boys.
Things could be a lot worse. I could be a Bears fan.
Good job.
Parting thoughts, not farting thoughts. All right, go ahead.
Hold up, Bears Wire, USA Today, an article from January 5th, I think it said, 2024. Just this 2 paragraphs from this lady's take. The Bears haven't beaten the Packers since December 16, 2018, when they last won the NFC North. All the makings of a great rivalry game. The end of her paragraph just ends, once again, I'm just a girl standing in front of the Bears begging them to prove me wrong and finally beat the Packers in this decade. Until then, I have to pick Green Bay to win. And boy, was she right. We just watched it right there. Alyssa, let me just get her name, Alyssa Barbary. So I appreciate the take because you were right. We did end up continuing that streak. I just needed to clarify that. I said 2019 earlier. It was actually, in fact, 2018. So.
Love it, man.
The Bears still suck.
Oh, we're going to give him some.
All right, Tim, parting thoughts, man. I'm so glad you made it on the show tonight, bro.
Definitely.
Yeah, man, this was great. I missed you guys. This was awesome. And I get to do a rewind. So we got a couple more games left, though, right? We get some playoff ball. Are we going to do a little breakdown of some playoff ball? I love it.
The Cowboys game is going to be a time.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be a blast for sure.
It's gonna be
might break out of daddy soda for that. Angus McHaggis says saw a stat the Pack is 50-15 against the Bears since 1992. That's wild if that's right. Holy cow, it sounds about right to be honest with you. Ben Holden in the chat broke it down. Jaden Reed 10-yard split 1.53. Bo Melton 10-yard split 1.53. Watson 10-yard split 1.45. Wicks 10-yard split 1.55. No split for Dobbs. So there you go. Obviously, Watson leading the way, but both Jaden Reed and Bo Melton in the same. If you had asked me before, who do you think is quicker? I would say, Jaden Reed's quicker off the line than Bo Melton, but Bo Melton has, that top end speed. It just goes to show you, man, Bo Melton's quick off the jump for sure, man. I think we got us a dog there, man. We're going to have him for a few years at least. All right, Angus McHaggis says recently learned Melton has running back experience in his background. Obviously,
saw it 2 times there. Willing and able to give him the ball in a big game on a wide receiver sweep and a reverse with a deeper motion there. So
definitely.
He's kind of got that hybrid body type too. He's almost built like almost like
Aaron Jones. Yeah.
He runs with good pad level too. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, I would say Ty Montgomery. That's a good.
Maybe a little reverse action. Start him at wide receiver, move him to running back.
Let's go, man. Hey, whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes. Ben Holden, I love this. But first of all, Smitty says another great show, gents. Thanks, Smitty. Appreciate you hanging out with us, buddy. Ben Holden says, "Wow, watching Bo Melton's college tape. I know what I'm falling asleep to tonight." So I'll go check that out too, man. But appreciate you guys joining us, man. This was awesome. And like I said, just good to have you back, Tim. Obviously, we will be back tomorrow night. Let's see, tomorrow is Friday. Yes, so we should be back tomorrow night for PTA Live. We may do the Cowboys tape. We may just do a normal show on YouTube and then jump into the Cowboys tape a little later in the week. We still got a little bit of time. Like I said, got players reporting on the 17th. The first camp practice is on the 22nd. So we got to get all this in because it's going to be nothing but camp news moving forward. I'm excited about it. So, again, thanks everybody for hanging out. Tim, I don't know if you can help me or not. Are you in a position to help me or no? If not, it's okay.
You know I got you, man.
For those of you listening on the pod,
thank you for making us a part of your day. As always, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world. And go Pack Go.